Yes.
Okay. Okay, we are here again
Episode 10?
with this beautiful setup once again. Episode 10.
10.
Episode 10. We are here and coronavirus vibing shit.
Dude,
trapped
I
inside
feel
still.
like I fucking I don't talk to you anymore, really.
I know.
On Xbox, but I don't.
Dude, I know. I had the same thing,
know.
honestly. It's like we don't really live together anymore.
I know.
So there's
It
not that
sucks,
daily
dude.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking weird though. I know.
Kind of sucks.
Yeah. It's like there's no just making breakfast, you know.
There's no waking up and
There's
smacking
no-
your ass.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Smacking your ass while you're
I know.
dishing them hash browns up, you
Mhm.
know? And I miss it.
Yeah, there's something missing there for sure. But yeah, we wanted to start this episode with a little meditation. I'm going to tell a little meditation story that I had.
Story time.
Yeah, and I've talked about this in a different podcast too, because when I got back from my study abroad experience last summer, I went through this 5-day panic attack type thing.
It's extreme anxiety.
Yeah, extreme anxiety, and it was it was pretty much intolerable. I don't know what the hell was going on. But yeah, I described it like it was, I don't know, it was like someone turned on a blender or some shit, and I couldn't fucking get it turned off, and that was my fucking brain for 5 days.
Inside
It was
a blender.
Yeah, it was so uncomfortable, so much going on. It's everything was just too much, and the only way to somewhat calm down from it was just kind of sitting in a dark room, chilling out. But yeah, that finally went away after 5 days, and then so I've been thinking about I'm gonna do a solo episode, one of these eventually. But I sat down to meditate. It was a few nights ago, and I don't know. I've talked about this too, about how after that panic attack thing happened, just coming down from all that, it was it was hard to get kind of a grasp on things, and it was almost I was just living inside of a dream, you know.
Yeah.
And nothing seemed real at all.
That's fucking.
And even my own voice, it didn't seem real. And I've been going through some of that lately too, for some reason. But yeah, it's I don't know, just not being able to recognize your own voice almost is such a fucking uncomfortable feeling. And it's and then you don't want to talk, and you don't want to hear that, because when you do hear that, then it's oh, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hearing myself on a recording or something, I always get that. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's weird.
for sure. But yeah, I sat down to meditate a couple nights ago, and it's I started thinking about what I was going to talk about in this whatever episode that I'm going to do by myself. And I kind of started thinking about my Copenhagen trip, and all the things that were so great in there on that trip. And I don't know, I just kind of got thinking about how afterwards, how it was so terrible, getting home and transitioning back to the States. And I don't know, it's some of that panic just came up again for some reason, just thinking about the trip. And I don't know, I really do think that there was some PTSD that came along with that too, because I don't know, I've seen a therapist before, and we were talking about it, and how even when I start talking about this shit again, some of those fucking feelings come up again. And yeah, I was meditating, and whatever, I was just sitting there with my eyes closed. I was just thinking about my trip, and those fucking feelings came back up again. And I don't know, it was I couldn't get away from it again. And at first I kind of snapped out of it, thinking okay, I gotta get away from this. I gotta open my eyes back up and get away from this. But then I was fuck it, let's go back in. So I sat there for a while, and I don't know, it was just a lot to take in, and I was just sitting in this thing, this fucking chaos in my head, and I don't know, it's like I just kind of managed it. Like I sat in it for a while, and then I kind of came out of it.
So you conditioned
And
yourself to sort of
yeah,
like take it on.
it's
Yeah.
almost like I confronted it in a
Yeah.
way. And like, I don't know, I came out of it and it was kind of relieving and refreshing in a way because it was almost like, it's almost like I took it on a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I know I don't know if we talked about it in the last podcast where we were talking about, psychedelic experience or whatever.
Mhm.
But we've definitely talked about it before, just off camera.
Yeah.
How, like, if you confront, like, the bad side of your mind or, like,
Yeah, for sure.
the depths that'll go to that aren't so comfortable to think
Mhm.
about, like, these are manifesting themselves through me. Like, all these dark, twisted sort of thoughts, scary thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
To, like, confront those and just recognize they're there. Like, there's some level of understanding and like that comes from that sort of like they're going to arise, they're there, just be conscious of it rather than act like they don't exist, right?
I know. And that's one thing I've kind of done too, is just like trying to avoid all that. And I don't know if
I feel
that's
like that's
the right
not,
thing to do.
because it's going to create some like internal tension
Yeah.
with yourself,
No,
right?
for sure. And yeah, like my first reaction was like, okay, fucking get away from that. Like,
Yeah.
open my eyes back up, like come back.
This is sort of similar, but it's like a lesson I learned in lying. Because when I was in high school, I would lie to my parents about, where I was going, what I was doing. And it always, like, when you lie, it fucking comes back
it
to you
definitely
in
does,
some
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's something little. Like,
I know.
You know what I
know.
mean?
That's what I've learned. It's like telling the truth is always the fucking way to go. Like,
Yeah.
if there's, you know what I mean? Like even if it's like something at work with like my boss or some shit.
Yeah.
It's like I just
right?
kind of want to like cover myself a little bit,
I know.
cover up. It's
Like
no,
the other day when I fucking broke that glass water bottle at the gym.
Yeah.
Like, I just went straight up to the worker. I'm like, look, I'm an
I
idiot.
fucked up, dude.
I fucked up. There's broken glass.
Yeah.
And I'm going to help you clean it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, like, in the past, I might have just fucking, kick it in the corner. Like,
For sure. I know.
So I just think, confronting, like, if you lie, it's going to come back to you. And, like, even if no one ever figures out you lied, there's still, like, that internal sense of, like, just kind of nags you, like a weight on your chest or whatever.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. And like that experience last summer was like so traumatizing. It just took so long to come back to reality in a way. And like I've talked about how it's been hard just getting a grasp on like things just haven't been seeming real, and it's like I'm just floating along
Yeah.
somehow. You know what I mean? It's like I can't like truly live in the fucking present, like take in shit that I used to. Like that's the kind of shit.
I've had that recently.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's all this shit that's going on, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like, it's just like a lack of will or purpose, kind of, or just like low level anxiety. That's just kind of like you're just floating along. I don't know.
Yeah.
Floating along is a good way to put it, I think. Kind of just mindlessly going throughout your day.
It's not truly like you can't really take anything in. That's what I feel like. But yeah, I don't know. It's fucking crucial to understand though, like that these things like come and pass. They come and go.
Yeah. Even throughout the day, I'll have, maybe an hour or two where I'm just out of it. Like, you might say something to me and it just,
For sure.
I don't know.
And I don't know. It's because it seemed like for a while there. I don't know. For a while, definitely like beginning of the semester, I was like fucking. Well, we were rolling. Like, there's always shit that happens, but like I was doing good. Then of course, like whatever, as you know, like some shit came up with a girl, and like that almost seemed like fucking. That was almost like an extension of the fucking Copenhagen shit because like it seemed like so fucking
Just
traumatizing.
consumed you. Yeah.
Yeah, and it like consumed me so much, for like 3-4 days where I almost felt like sick in the fucking head. You know what I mean? And then that shit came back where it's like my anxiety took over, and then it's like, okay, nothing really seems real again. Like, what the fuck is that? You know?
This is where I think meditation is so fucking important. Because, like, to just take 10, 20 minutes to sit back and kind of remove yourself.
Yeah.
And just, like, think about nothing. Or, like, do a guided meditation. You focus on that, and it focuses you in the present. You sort of forget about all those thoughts. And if you do think about them, like, you take the time to really think about whatever issue you might have. And then you can take a step back, sort of observe from the outside almost. And then after that's over, you feel refreshed and sort of like a new perspective on it almost.
I know, and like with meditation, you don't think you need it.
No, I know.
Because it sounds like, I mean, you sit
It sounds
with
like
your
a
thoughts.
stupid thing to do,
Yeah.
and a lot of people will, like, maybe not judge you for it, but if you say, like, oh, I'm going to meditate, like, not a lot of people do it, and I don't know what they think, but it's like, you know, you might get a funny look here and there.
Yeah. Because if you do it and, like, you actually take time and do it right, like, it definitely smooths something over.
Yeah.
You know, in your head, where it's like, things just don't really seem like that big of a deal anymore.
It seems like such an odd thing to do, but, like, I don't know anyone who's ever actually meditated and given it a shot who has, like, quit because they thought it didn't do something for them.
Yeah.
Like, the things it can do are fucking... It seems so crazy. Like we talked about after we meditated the other day, and it was like, to sit and close your eyes for 10 minutes and just focus on your breath. Like, the effects it has on your thoughts and everything is fucking...
Oh, yeah.
How can something so simple have such a crazy effect?
Yeah.
Like exercise, running, like, you know, that makes a lot more sense to see an effect.
Yeah.
But
I know, it just
just
slows.
simple meditation. You're just like,
Yeah.
I feel so much more calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. I know, it just slows everything down.
Yeah.
Slows your thoughts down.
Or like little bullshit that used to come up that would fucking bother me. Just like, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah. I know, it's so weird how, like, I can just sit there, though. And I don't know, my mind can just run and then, like, go to that dark place, you know what I mean? And then it's just fucking uncomfortable and, like, weird. And I don't know, it's good to feel that. But I don't know, it's just crazy how that just arises.
In the summer, I was going through like a difficult time mentally, and I would, like, when I meditated, I would actively try to go there, like try to confront that, like, what is making me unhappy right now, or what is bothering me, and I would try to, you know, piece that together, because it wasn't clear.
Yeah.
But I mean, you sort of come up with that idea, and then you also recognize it's temporary. You know.
I know, it's like, once you get in that, whatever, in like a bad mindset, at least for me, I always like latch onto the thing where it's like, okay, like, what if this fucking lasts forever? You know what I mean? That's always what I fucking go to. And then it's always like, oh, when the fuck is this gonna be over? But yeah, dude, like, I don't know, I just like it was so weird because whatever, I had that shit where shit just like didn't seem real. And then whatever, I did that meditation, and it was almost like it took some of that away, because like I came out of it and I was like, fuck. And then like whatever, my own voice, like it just sounded kind of regular again. It was so weird. It was like that one fucking thing that I did.
I seriously think there's fucking things going on in your brain that just are changing. Like chemically, or who knows what.
It's bizarre too, because I sit down and I meditate and I can feel my brain like shifting. And it's almost like physical pain. Like I can feel it like slowing down or something. There's like little like
little tingling or whatever,
twitches or
like,
shit that happen. Yeah, it's so fucking weird, dude.
There's actual studies that people have done, like in psychology or whatever, neuroscience where you can actually measure differences in people who meditate and who don't. Like neurologically, chemically. It's crazy.
That's crazy shit.
So there is something to be said that it actually does do something.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone told you, go sit down, close your eyes, and focus on your breath for 10 minutes every day for a month, you'd be like, what? What the fuck is that going to do for me?
Do you pretty much just like focus on your breath when you do it?
Well, I've been doing the guided stuff.
Okay, yeah.
So that's Sam Harris app. And that, dude, I love that shit.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
No, that stuff's good.
It's like he teaches you sort of the method to what you're doing. And like back to what you were saying, how like these terrible thoughts are arising, like these scary thoughts, whatever you want to call them. His whole thing, it's like it's a certain field of meditation or what not field of thought, I don't know, bubble, whatever you want to call it, where you're supposed to recognize. The best example of this is sound. So like you close your eyes and you sit and meditate, and he'll have you focus on sounds that arise. And then consciousness is sort of like this bubble that you're in, and these sounds just arise. And he equates that's the same to your thoughts. So like, be it a good thought, a bad thought, they're just arising. Like you can't control it. Like one thing, he'll let you go on your own for a couple minutes, where you just try to focus on your breath, and your mind will obviously start to run. And then he'll go something like, oh, now that you notice you're lost in thought, think about the thought itself. Where does it go? And you're just like, where did it come from? So it's like, you didn't necessarily come up with the thought. It just happened.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of, and it's not even like his perspective too, is people like try to meditate and say, oh, it's too distracting, like the traffic going by. He says like, there's no distraction. It's only like these things arising in consciousness.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to just recognize these things are out of your control in some sense, and just be conscious and aware of all these things that do arise. That's a different perspective on it. But
Yeah.
I found it to be super powerful.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was listening to that Naval dude. And he said like the way that he does it is just, he literally just tries to think about nothing. Like doesn't try and think about anything.
That's what I did before I got into the guided stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
much
it's
what I
the
do right now.
same idea, really.
Yeah,
Like, don't focus on anything particularly. Just
blank.
Yeah.
And then like I'll be sitting there, and I'll get like a couple seconds of that, and then I'll be thinking of nothing.
Like, right?
That thought
Yeah.
will come up like, okay, I got to be thinking of nothing, and like that's my thought. And I have
For
to go
me,
back.
yeah. I
fucking weird as
sometimes,
shit.
like some days certainly, my mind will just go, and there's not much controlling it. And if I go too far down, like a certain path of thought, like one thought leads to the next, but it's all about the same topic, I try to like relinquish that and go back to my breath. Like, you know what I mean? Because at that point, I'm just thinking about how I'm going to do this paper or
Yeah.
the workout I might do. How am I going to do it? And then like, if I start thinking about more tangible things that I'm going to do in the day, I just kind of go back to the breath and then, but then just wipe the slate clean again.
Yeah.
But his thing too, he tries to remind you to like incorporate little bits of this practice throughout your day. So like, say you fucking, like just the other day I was going through kind of, because we switched to online, and I'm like looking at all the shit I have to do for the rest of the semester, and like putting in all the due dates and shit, because I like to see it all, see what I have to do. But then by the end of it, I have a note page of fucking so much shit that I have to do. Every single due date, every assignment, every exam, every paper, whatever, that I have to do for the rest of the semester. And it's so overwhelming, and I just get anxious as fuck. But then just for like 3 seconds, like 3 breaths, just like...
Yeah.
And it's like you could fucking just refresh yourself like that quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you know, like the things he's taught, it's kind of, you can just incorporate it into your daily life. If you're feeling a little anxious, just go to that meditative state just for a few seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll feel way better. It's crazy. Seriously
I know,
crazy.
it's just a few seconds. I don't get that.
Yeah, I know.
It's nuts.
That's the power of thought. Yeah.
I know. It was bizarre how just like that one, like it was like 10 minutes. That one fucking session that I did, I came out of it and like shit was like completely different. Like it was weird because I got up and it was like, okay, something obviously fucking changed there. I don't know what the hell it was, but like shit seems alright right now, you know? And like I looked in the fucking mirror and it was almost like I knew what the hell I was looking at again. Like it was fucking weird as shit.
Like something just clicked.
Yeah, because
That's weird.
like when it was really bad, after Copenhagen, like I would literally like avoid looking in the mirror because like I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at.
Man.
It was like I couldn't process anything.
Jesus.
So it's like anything I did, it was like nothing was happening in my fucking brain. That's what it seemed like. And like some of that shit came back. So after I was done with this meditation, like I got back up. Some obviously changed. I looked in the mirror. It was like, okay, shit kind of registers again. It was fucking bizarre, dude.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
See, that's fucking nuts.
Dude, I don't get it at all. But
Meditation. Powerful shit.
I don't get it. And
So,
it's
I
like,
mean, for anyone listening that would want to try, basically what you want to do is get like a nice chair. You want your back to be straight up and down. You don't want to
Yeah, I
slouch
know.
or anything.
That's what I fucking struggle with.
So find a chair with like a nice fucking 90-degree back, or if you really think you can do it, you can try sitting cross-legged on like a pillow or something. But usually my back starts to bother me like a ways into it. So I prefer a chair where my back's supported and it's not going to bother me. And then you really just, if you don't want to do guided, which there's tons of guided ones on YouTube that you could find for different purposes, like relaxation, sleep, whatever you want to go for, anxiety reduction, whatever.
Yeah.
But you just sit there, close your eyes. Some people like to do their eyes open. I did that for a while when I first started. And then just focus on your breath. Like a good thing to do is just a mental note. So like either like in on the in breath and then out on the out breath, just like real softly in your head, or just 1, 2, 2, and then just keep counting until you lose count and then restart at 1.
Have you ever done it just laying down too? Just like sprawled out?
I have, but I've tried it a few times and I fall asleep. Dude.
Really?
Yeah, I've fallen asleep on our fucking living room floor one day.
Dude, usually I just fucking sprawl out like all fours. And then I just fucking lay there.
Just like you're making a snow angel.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And dude, like, there's no posture to worry about, you know? Like, you just fucking let go of everything. But yeah, I can see how you can fall asleep.
I legit fell asleep. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't do that. I have to
Yeah.
be more engaged.
For sure. Yeah, I get that.
I guess it would depend the time of day. I'm not going to do that in the morning, you know? Usually I'll have like a little bit of coffee before. Because if I wake up and I do it right away in the morning before coffee or water or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, usually, like, at least I have to stretch in the morning before I do that.
I've heard too that stretching, or even some people do like a little yoga first to kind of warm up like the body, and it's supposed to like release some sort of energy too.
Yeah.
Maybe not. That's not a good way to do it. Just kind of like release some tension before you settle into it.
Yeah. Do you have any? This is kind of like off the meditation thing, but do you have any goals with like stretching or like reaching a point?
I mean, the splits would be cool.
Splits would be
That's
cool.
like the ultimate goal. But I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty comfortable with where I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could touch my toes fine. I guess I'd like to be able to keep my knees, like, absolutely straight and touch my knees for things like RDLs.
Yeah, I actually just looked into, or I just downloaded this app
For
where
stretching?
it like kind of trains you to do the splits.
Oh, really?
And like I didn't fucking realize how much the quads were involved. You know what I mean? Like how much you have to stretch out your goddamn quads. Like I always thought it was more like hamstring.
You would think that the quad... Are you talking this way?
So like I'm talking
or, like, long way? Yeah.
like
Okay.
not like the long, not like this.
Yeah, that's
but
not
like
going to
this.
happen.
Yeah.
Not with my hips.
No, fuck no. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind
You
of
would
cool.
think the quad would fucking tense up that way. Because if you go one up like this... I don't know.
I don't know the one. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird though. Kind
I
of taking
guess
me
what
through.
do I know about the splits, dude?
Yeah,
Not shit.
but I know it just seems like a hassle. Just like you have to really want that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you
And
have to
I
be
don't-
dedicated to do it.
I
every
don't
day, every
necessarily
night.
want that because, like, what use is it for me? I'm
I
not
know.
a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where else the splits are useful.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, it's just kind of like a thing I want to do.
Yeah.
Like I want to be more flexible.
Yeah. I'm pretty comfortable with where I'm at, I think.
Yeah.
The hamstrings are big for me.
Yeah, for sure.
But I made a point to try and stretch every day, and there's probably been like weeks here and there where I slacked off, but for the most part I've stretched every day for probably the last couple of years.
Really?
And it's like the same routine, so it gets boring, but I get like most of the legs,
Yeah.
the back a little bit, and the arms.
Mm-hmm.
And just
I know.
working shit in here and there, like differently, kind of listening to what wants to get stretched.
Mm-hmm.
But you feel so much fucking better in the morning.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like your mind kind of wakes up a little bit.
Yeah. Get the blood flowing.
I know. I have to do it in the morning, like at least for like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
What's crazy for me is like in the winter sometimes I'll wake up with a little bit of a stuffy nose or something. If I sit and I stretch out and really fucking stretch, my nose will clear out by
Oh,
the
yeah.
end of it. So at some point it just became a necessity that I had to do it.
No, I know.
Or I'll have a clogged nose.
I know. I've been having that too, where like one nostril will be
Yeah.
clogged.
My right nostril's
Yeah.
been fucking...
I know. Yeah. But yeah, shit, mate.
Shit, mate.
Another fucking day in the Corona world. No gym.
Oh,
Struggling out here.
yeah. Do it. I'm starting to get bored already, and like this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like, and I have nothing to bitch about. you
No, I know. Like, there's no reason to bitch. Like, it could be so much worse.
But it's like,
But
it's almost like the sense that I can't go do something that makes me bored. And also, I mean, I can only fucking do so much schoolwork until my brain melts. Can only read so much before my brain melts. I can only game so much before my brain melts. Can only work out so much before my body fucking decomposes.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, there's really no reason to bitch. But then again, it's like, you kind of have your life just fucking taken away to an
yeah.
extent.
Yeah,
So
like
it's
I
like-
would love to go fucking,
Like, obviously, that's...
like
That's kind
go
of
up and
bitch.
see Cooper. Like we made plans for spring
Yeah.
break. Oh, kitty!
Oh, kitty! Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Look at this kitty just stealing the fucking show. Man.
A
Wow.
little slut.
God, you're slutty. What you want? What you want, brother? What you got?
This is a sister here.
It's a sister.
Yeah. Blue.
This a little baddie, huh? No cap, bruh.
Yeah. Okay. Cat, come on.
Kitty, you're stealing the fucking show, dude. Oh my god, she's going off.
Kitty, come here. Come here, Blue. Come on.
You little slut.
Come on.
Fucker.
Well, shit. What the fuck were we talking about?
I was just saying, like, we had plans to go up and see Cooper, and now
Oh, yeah.
we really can't. Kitty, no.
No, I know.
You fuck. Dude, she's so cute, but she's such a little fucker.
Dude, the cat at my grandma's house will
You're
not
such
leave
a
me
little
alone, bro.
fucker. Yes, you are.
But, yeah, man.
Okay, I don't think she's gonna let us go on. So,
Mhm. I know, it's just like, when the fuck do I get to go to the gym again?
yeah, I don't think this is gonna be over anytime soon. Like
Well,
they
shit.
say it's gonna peak in June or July.
Peak in June.
But at that point, what is there, fucking millions of cases worldwide? So then,
I mean, people have got to go back to work
Yeah.
sometime soon. Wouldn't you
I
think?
heard one thing where it was like they were saying people of certain age demographics are gonna have to go back.
Yeah.
So maybe they send 18 to 40-year-olds back to work. Because I mean, we can't just stop making shit.
I know.
you know.
Yeah, people got to make money.
Something I thought was
Fuck.
kind of interesting was you look at like what are the
That's what I fucking do.
dude, it's just such a shit. You look at like what's essential,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of professions that we don't really need.
If we stop everything for 2-3 months,
Oh, people are gonna be
what the hell is
pissed.
that going to look like, dude?
Yeah. Which I mean, I don't know. It's just like we maintain factory infrastructure, like food, agriculture, education, and things will be okay.
Yeah, we going to be alright. We going to be alright.
But I don't know. It's just a fucking weird change of pace. But also, I mean, if it peaks in June, July, there's gonna be how many cases? Like, do we just reopen the gym at that point? You know what I mean? Because then there's even more than there is today. So it's,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't
know.
think anybody, even the people making decisions, know what the fuck to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just kind of just chilling until
just chilling.
Until shit gets worked out. I've
Yeah.
heard promising shit as far as treatment goes. So
Otherwise, we're just chilling.
we're just
Playing Call of
chilling.
Duty.
Yeah,
A lot of Call of Duty.
I'm getting bored of that shit too, though.
Yeah.
I can only play 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
I legit had a fucking headache by the end of the night last night.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, I gotta get off
Yeah.
this shit.
Oh my god, that
My
shit's fun,
fucking
dude.
eyes. Ouch.
Dude, I schedule my day like around Call of Duty. Cause I come back, I come back to that point, you know what I mean? And I like get off for like a month or two. And like I get deep into
Oh,
it again.
yeah, okay.
Where everything, like I just want to play Call of Duty. And like now we got school and shit starting back up, so.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I need to
Dude,
do
honestly,
something.
being senior semester or my
know.
last semester, like, dude, I don't give a
I don't wanna
fuck
do shit.
anymore.
I don't give a fuck.
Like, I'm gonna do well enough to where I'm at least happy with it. But if I get a C on something,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, okay.
Dude, at this point, it doesn't fucking matter. Because I was listening to Gary Vee,
Yeah.
and he was talking about how, like, if you're in this position, like, just get the grade that'll get you a pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, kind of work on, like, if you're interested in other shit outside of school, and you want to work on that instead, like, work towards something else. Like, work on that, get the fucking grade that you need.
Yeah.
to
I mean,
move on.
it depends what you're into. Because, like,
Yeah.
something like accounting, which is super competitive, they're gonna hire the person with the better GPA.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, at the same time, it makes sense to work on other areas of your life. Dude, I'm honestly pumped to be fucking done with school so I can read what I want. And also, have you ever heard of Coursera?
I don't think so.
It's all these free classes online, and you can
really?
just fucking take them. So I'm gonna take whatever seems cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like I might fuck around and learn some physics,
Dude.
some fucking cosmology, you
Yeah.
know, just some cool shit, just to learn.
Mm-hmm. Dude, my mom was talking about this program too. where my aunt did it. She went to this place. It was like in Vermont or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to learn a language, you literally
Oh,
go
yeah.
here for like 6 weeks.
And they just fucking put you through hell.
And like there's a fucking bell that goes off. And like at that, once the bell goes off, like you speak the language. Like you don't speak anything else other than that. So I don't know, that'd be dope if like I'm trying to learn Spanish or something.
Yeah.
Just go there for 6 weeks. And like you come out just fluent at the end.
Damn.
So it's like, I think it's quite a bit of money, but.
Yeah, but I'm sure
few
there's
thousand.
fucking free. There's free ways to learn Spanish.
No, for sure.
You know,
Definitely.
I don't know. I just think that's fucking cool that I'll be able to like
Yeah.
chase what I want to chase,
Mm-hmm.
learn what I want to learn, read what I want to read, and not be told what to read.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. You know, probably stop writing, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
your own pursuits.
For sure. Well, I think that's a fucking wrap, huh?
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Thank y'all for listening once again.
Episode 10.
Episode 10. That is a wrap.
There's Cade. I hope you could hear that. Hey, thanks everybody.